Welcome back to the Hardcore series. Decided it's finally time to get serious about the Legio pet grind. Now, I want to explain why the Legio pets are a nightmare for an Ironman account, in case you were unaware. What I'm killing in the background are Capsarius. They have a 1 in 64 chance to drop one of the 6 different Ascension keystones, or 1 in 384 chance per unique keystone, which sucks when you only have one Legio pet left. Each keystone can only be used on the corresponding Legio. You get about 1200 kills per hour at Capsarius, so like 18 keys per hour if you're on the drop rate. It's semi-AFK, but you don't want to be gone for more than 2 minutes and miss a keystone drop. Each Legio has its own pet, and you need all 6 for the IFB requirement. The pets are 1 in 1000 drop rate with a threshold of 1200. The general strategy for using the keys to maximize your chance of getting all the pets is to use keys relatively evenly until you get a pet, then you use up the rest of those keys on the one you got the pet for to get as many thresholds as you can to help towards getting the other pet drop rates down. The bottom line is though that this is no short grind, and there are so many opportunities to have RNG completely screw you over and add hundreds of hours to the key grinding if you go dry on even 1 out of the 6 pets. So, if this episode takes a bit longer to upload, yeah, this is why. There we go, that is threshold number 1 down, 1200 kills. Got plenty of keys left. I've just been using like 100 keys at a time and then switching Legios. I have enough keys for the second threshold banked, so it's just a matter of which pet I get first, then I can use the rest of the keys on that boss. And there we go with the first Legio pet, Secundus, which is like the easiest Legio in terms of mechanics. 1,205 kills, like just past the first threshold. So now I gotta use the rest of my Secundus keys. And that's a bright white corrupt signet 2 added to the pet tab, with 326 Secundus keys to spare. Just gonna mention here that I'm still working on Solac when I have the time. One of the reasons I'm doing the Legio grind now is because there's a lot going on and grinding keys is great for multitasking. When I have more active time, I'll usually do my Reaper tasks to work towards that Armadillo Battlestaff EOF, or hit up my Solac duo buddy and hope for a Grim. I don't want to get too much into other high level PvM until I have the Grim, because it's just such a game changer item. Gotta make sure to keep up on the daily rune shop runs though. The FSOA is not cheap on runes, especially when you start maxing out that crit chance. Huh, well would you look at that, 25 Grimoire. Isn't that a 1 in 200? Isn't that the same rate as an actual Grimoire? Let's just not think about that and just celebrate that that's 26 pages in one drop. For the future Grimoire. And that was at 33 kill count to get my first Grimoire page bulk tag. What do they call it? A cluster? And there is 2,400 Legio kills, which means I've hit the second threshold. It makes the pets 1 in 333 drops. It's pretty unlucky to have only one pet at this point. That's really setting me up for a long grind, but let's not think about that right now. Back to using these keys. Hey, finally! Geez, the second pet of Legio's Corrupted Ascension Signet 3. Oh, that's the Tertius pet. And look at this inventory. I got 2 Tertius Signets in this trip as well, which is ridiculous. Let's go for a third, I guess. But yeah, that's the second pet at 2,438 kills. Again, like just a couple kills after the threshold, which is just weird. Currently unlucky at pets, but hopefully that'll turn around after the second threshold. Oh, oops, I picked it up right away because it was the last kill of the inventory, but there is Corrupted Ascension Signet 5, which means Quintus is out of the way. Quintus is notorious for being the most annoying Legio to kill in terms of mechanics, and Quintus has also been a bit cursed on this account, having gone so dry in those signets for the dual ascensions way back then. Glad the pet wasn't cursed on this one. And with that, I have 3 out of the 6 pets. I think the move here is to grind keys until I have enough of the ones that I have the pets from to get to the 3rd threshold, and then use the keys for the one that I don't have the pets from. I don't know how to calculate the shortest route to finishing statistically, but this feels right. And that is 120 defense. I've already gotten 200 mil ranged XP here, and I might even get 200 mil defense depending on how unlucky I get at the remaining pets. But cool, I guess that's another 120 cape I could get. I'm still doing Slayer tasks here and there, Things like Abyssal Beasts for the Jaws of the Abyss I still need, and Dragon Tasks at 82 for the Barge Codex, and things like Calphite Queen to eventually get the pet out of the way. Calphite Queen has pretty high defense, so the Slayer Helmet boost actually makes this a lot nicer. It's still annoying to have to switch styles, but it gives plenty of time between phases for my 5-way switch between melee and mage. Maybe a little overkill, but pretty fun. And this should be 3,600 kills at Legios. The kill count pop-up always takes a second. There we go, 3,600, that's the third threshold. So that's statistically the last threshold I should need to finish off all 6 pets. Let me see how many keys I have left for the bosses that I have left. So 159 Primus, 229 Quintus, 191 Sextus. So decent chances at 1 in 250 drop rates on each of those, so just have to basically win a coin flip 3 times in a row, and I'll be done. Don't have to go grinding more keys. Let's just take a look at the kill count on Ascension creatures. 4 threshold, 17,000 kills, so that's 257,000 Ascension creatures kills. And then the Legio's 3,600 kills with a bunch of extra keys. That should get me up to half to the next threshold, but hopefully unnecessary. Hopefully I won't need to get to the 4th threshold because yeah, that'll be a lot more keys. Oh, and here's the key collection log for you. 722 Primus, 60, so it's generally around 600 to 700, with Quintus for whatever reason just being way more than the others. I don't know why, but come on, let's go get these last 3 pets. There we go, that is the Corrupted Ascension Signet 6, which means Sextus is done and I'm still in the running to finish this grind with the keys I have left. That was at 3,759 kills. Man, that's like almost 1,000 kills since the last pet, which makes sense because I went for the 3rd threshold before killing the ones I had the pet chance for. And I was getting close to running out of Sextus keys. I was getting worried there, only 32 left. I just keep dreading running out of the keys I need for a pet and going dry. It's just the worst feeling in the world to run out of the keys and still need the pet from that boss. Yeah boy, there we go, that's 5 out of 6, so I actually have a chance at this. It comes down to Primus. Once again, Primus is the last corrupted signet that I need to finish the Legio grind on the hardcore this time. Ooh, that's 3,836 kills with, this is the Quartus, right? So that was 152 Quartus keystones left over. Oh yeah, I gotta move it to the pet tab. Can't forget that. Just one more corrupted signet to go. I have 161 Primus keys to get the pet, and I'll be done. And here we are using the last inventory of those 161 keys at Primus. This felt like deja vu, because Primus was also the last pet I needed on PubStomp. I finished the Legio pets at 3,899 kills on PubStomp, and now my hardcore has officially passed that. Running out of Primus keys means I have to go back to Capsarius, and basically have dopamine deficiency, because I'll only be getting dopamine hits when I get Primus keys, or that 1 in 384 drop rate for a unique key. The plan is to basically just use up the keys I get when I AFK during the day, so usually like 7 kills at Primus every night, and hope for the pet each time. It's honestly so hard to stay motivated when there's just 1 pet left. You don't know if it's going to take a week or 3 months. RNG can really screw you over here.
Seasons change, time passes by, as the weeks become the months, become the years.
I had family over, so I couldn't properly have live commentary for this, so let me just reuse the audio from the PubStomp series.
No way, it happened! It finally happened! Corrupted Ascension Signet 1! That is the Legio grind complete! This is the biggest day! This is a big day! This is huge!
Yep, there you have it. Finishing the grind at 4,005 kill count at Legios, or only about 100 more kills than PubStomp took. Let's go over the stats, shall we? Here's the final regular signet count. It comes to 81 signets total for an average drop rate of like 1 in 49.4. They're supposed to be 1 in 50, so I was pretty much right on the drop rate. Although poor Quintus never caught up after going so dry on the first 2 signets. Still, that's 8 potential Ascension crossbows I could make. Here's the key drop totals. They all add up to 4,303 keys, for an average of 717 per individual key. And notice how I got more Quintus keys than any other key, but the least Quintus signets? I just think that's interesting. My Ascension creature kill count came to 4 prestige and 23,570 kills, or a total of 263,570 Ascension creatures. If you add the Legios to that, that's 267,575 kills that give you a key drop chance. That puts my Ascension key drop rate to about 1 in 62. I'll certainly take the RNG I was given on this grind. The pet drop RNG was a little scary there for a minute, but I think it turned out okay. With that, I'm going to call this an episode. We literally added 6 pets to the pet tab and completed one of the biggest grinds towards the IFB on an Ironman in one episode. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.
What'd you do?
I got 6 out of 6 pets.
You did it! That's excellent.
I'm trying to record commentary. You can't be jumping up on my lap and purring into the microphone.